For breakfast, I'm making a Greek yogurt parfait, and I decided to make my own berry and chia jam, so to make it, I simply added some frozen berries to a little pan. I added a splash of water and I let them cook for a few minutes until they're fully defrosted and have released all of their yummy juice. And I then added a tablespoon of chia seeds, as that will transform the berries into a nice jammy consistency. And you can add some honey, sugar or sweetener to this. I love tangy flavor, so for me this is perfect as it is, but if you want it a bit sweeter you can add your sweetener of choice. Once it was cooked, I placed it in the fridge to cool. And when I was ready to eat, I simply layered some jam to my little glass container and then followed by Greek yogurt, a bit of banana and muesli. I'm using 45 grams as my healthy extra B and then continuing to layer with more jam and Greek yogurt. And that was breakfast. This is a perfect option if you want to take this to work or school, as you can also prep it from the day before, and it tastes so delicious, one of my favorites. So just came back from Slimming World. I had another good week. I'm very happy with my loss. I go with the mindset that any loss is a good loss for me, because I don't mind if it's a slow and steady weight loss, especially because I'm breastfeeding. I don't want to lose too much too quickly, so it doesn't affect my milk production. So yeah, I lost 1 kilo this week. Well, it was 0.99, but let's call it a kilo. And I got my half stone award, which feels so good to achieve this on my first 2 weeks of being on plan. And to be honest, it hasn't felt like hard work. I've loved all the meals that I've been having. I've been eating so much better and I've been feeling so much better. But that's what's good with this plan, is it doesn't really feel like a diet to me. If you wanna follow along on my weight loss journey after having my second baby, make sure you subscribe, because I will be posting loads more Slimming World content and just generally healthy food content. So even if you're not following on Slimming World, hopefully you can get some healthy meal inspiration. And for now, let's have a snack and a tea, because I've only had 2 teas today. I have 3 a day, that's my limit. Sometimes I do 4, but yeah, I've only had 2 teas today and I'm desperate for my third one. I've been up since 4:30, so let's make a snack and a tea. For lunch, I decided to experiment with making a chicken and leek pie, as I've been loving mixing up my recipes, and that has definitely helped me in staying motivated and excited with my meals while trying to lose weight. To make the pie, I started by chopping all the vegetables in small pieces. I'm doing 2 leeks, an onion and 2 garlic cloves, so I'm just chopping everything in small pieces. And as always, all the recipes from this video will be in the description box below, so you can find all the exact measurements if you want to recreate any of them. So once I had everything chopped up, I sprayed my pan with some fry light and added the onion. I seasoned with salt and pepper and let them saute for a few minutes. And if the onions get stuck in the bottom, I simply add splashes of water to deglaze the pan. I then added a pack of chicken thighs that I just chopped up in small pieces. I let the chicken cook for a few minutes, stirring occasionally so you can get a nice color from both sides. I then added the chopped up leeks and the rest of the ingredients, so laughing cow cheese, some whole grain mustard and a chicken stock cube. I gave everything a mix, added about a cup of water and let it simmer. And to thicken the sauce up a bit, I used 1 teaspoon of cornflour that I mixed with some water first and then added to the chicken and leek mixture. I then emptied the mixture on my pie dish, and then for my pie pastry, I'll be using fillet, as I love how crunchy it is, and it's only 3 cents per fillet sheet, and this is how much you get per portion. So once I had my filling in, I scrunched up the fillet sheets and placed them on top of the pie. And I did 1 fillet sheet per quarter, so it works out as 1 sheet per portion. I then placed in the oven to bake until the top was nice and golden. I served some green salad on my plate and then a portion of my pie. And this looks so nice. I love making my food look pretty, as I find it makes me enjoy my meals even more. This smells delicious and I can't wait. The sauce has thickened very nicely, so let's give it a try. So creamy. Perfection. And after lunch, I was so keen to make this roulade. I've been wanting to make this dessert since I started Slimming World, and today was finally the day. To make it, I started by separating 4 eggs into whites and yolks. I then mixed the whites into a frothy consistency, and I don't know why I thought I had the strength and the skill to do it by hand, but I quickly realized my wrists are far too weak for this job. So I switched to an electric mixer and mixed them until they got nice and fluffy. And then to the egg yolks, I also added some sugar. I did 12 grams for 2.5 sins, some vanilla extract, baking powder and Greek yogurt. I mixed that well and then folded the egg whites into the mixture. And I don't know what I was thinking using these little bowls. I didn't expect the egg whites to get so big and fluffy, but anyways. When I folded the mixture, I tried to retain as much air as possible so it can create a nice fluffy cake. And then I added it to a baking pan lined with baking paper and spread it as evenly as possible. I baked it at 175 degrees Celsius for 10 to 12 minutes or until it has a nice golden color on top. Once it was cool enough to handle, I flipped it to the other side, and then for fillings I'm doing some Greek yogurt, lemon curd and my favorite sugar-free jam. But this is the kind of recipe you can customize based on your likings. You could do a flavored yogurt or some choc shot or even add fresh berries. You can really just be creative with this and make it into your perfect dessert. Once I added my fillings, I rolled it as tight as I could and then I cut a couple of pieces to try. Can't wait for this. I've been wanting it since lunchtime and it's now 7 o'clock and I finally managed to finish making it because I've just been busy with baby, but I don't want to go straight to dinner. I just really want my dessert, so I'm gonna have this and then have my dinner, and then maybe if this is good I might go back to it after dinner, but let's have a try. It looks amazing and looks very legit, like what's it called, a roulade, but it's my first time making it, so yeah, I don't know, let's see. It's actually so good. I was a bit scared that it was gonna be a bit eggy, and it is a bit, but it is, what's it called? Is this a meringue? Is this a soft meringue? Let me know in the comments. Is a roulade just a meringue? Who knows? I'll Google this after. But it's so good and definitely recommend the lemon curd. It gives so much lemon flavor and just like, it's just so good. I can't believe it. It's high protein. This is one of the good ones. Is it like a proper roulade? Maybe. I've never had an actual roulade, I don't think, so to me it tastes good, so I'm happy. Lemon and berries, just match made in heaven. So good. Can't stop.
Dinner time, and I've been craving sushi for days, so I thought I'd make an easy homemade version. I started by making the rice according to the packet instructions, although to be honest, even though I followed the instructions, it was a bit undercooked, so definitely give it a try when you think it's done to make sure it's fully cooked. Once it was cooked, or almost cooked in my case, I added some rice vinegar and soy sauce for flavorings. I mixed it well, and then for my filling I'm using some cucumber, so chopping it in thin slices. I would have also loved to add some avocado, but I didn't have any in the house. And then for my fish, I'm doing a lazy version, so I thought I'd use the smoked salmon, as I'm definitely not experienced enough to try making sushi with raw fish. So to make them, I added a seaweed sheet and topped with some of my sushi rice. I tried to flatten it so it's equal on the whole surface, and since it's quite sticky, I just used some water to help me pat it down. I then added the cucumber and added some water on the edges so it can stick. I rolled it as tightly as I could and secured the edges again by using a bit of water. I did one roll with cucumber and then another one with the smoked salmon, so I followed the same process to create the salmon roll. When it was time to serve, I cut them in little rolls and served myself 2 of those. And I had as much as I wanted, although to be honest, I couldn't finish the whole 2 rolls, so I left some for James to try. And then I went back to sweet to finish the day. I'm serving myself some raspberries for extra speed food and another couple slices of the roulade, which was so delicious. I hope you enjoyed this video and leave a cake emoji if you made it this far. Okay, bye!